Yeah, it's working. So welcome everybody. Today is rebranding day for Packet, and we are here at the contributor meeting weekly for Tinkerbell. So the agenda isn't too long, so it's gonna be a quick one if nobody adds anything more now. So we have a code of conduct that can be summarized with be nice to each other and be friendly. So we don't need to do more than that. But let's start with the first topic in the agenda that is actually myself. And it's about two different topics ideally. One is a new repository, a new project that use the Tinkerbell API with Terraform, and Mateus made that and is actually working on it right now. So it's a good opportunity to, obviously we should try it out like very soon. And it's also a good opportunity to figure out how we should onboard new projects, which rules or which, bullet points that we can reproduce with future projects that we may come up. So this is definitely, Terraform is definitely something we want to support, and helps the community to, to interact with Tinkerbell in a way that they already know. So it's crucial to get it in. I know that Marcus opened a bunch of pull requests, and Mateus, if you want to give a brief update about like what's your goal and what the project already does, so we can try it and quickly.
All right. Yeah. So when I was exploring a couple of, I think, months ago, the Tinkerbell project. I was working on the Flatcar container Linux integration, so that the Tinkerbell can install the Flatcar on the workers. And then like the end goal of that was to install to add support to Tinkerbell in Locomotive, so in Kinvolk's Kubernetes distribution. And yeah, we've made the proof of concept for that, and that's why also the Terraform provider got created. But like we didn't go further with this work then, and now we plan to finish that. So I revamped the provider to like prepare it to so it can be published into the Terraform registry. And I'm also working on the CI for like the CI is done for the provider. I'm also working on the CI for the Locomotive, so we can test all those like changes. So basically, like if you have Tinkerbell running somewhere with the workers, you can take that, and with you can deploy like a Locomotive cluster with all the components and and everything in there. And like as a side effect of that, you also have like the Terraform provider for Tinkerbell, so you can like if you have like hardware registering or templates, you can do all that like in a declarative way. So that's also pretty nice, I think.
Are those other components that you described, are they something that you could maybe like present in a meeting like this as like a demo, or is it all kind of like secret sauce?
No, so there is a pull request for installing Flatcar with Tinkerbell, and like for the Tinkerbell documentation as an example. And work on the Locomotive is open. I can send you the link to the pull request. It's slightly outdated by now, and I'm working on updating that. But and I could also like present I don't know, next week or so the integration, how it looks more or less.
It will be great.
Cool, thanks.
If you can add the pull requests into the agenda, so we will have all of them there, and we can check them all together. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. One of the requirements that I think, I mean, I don't really know how we can like discuss that, or we can, like my idea then is to kind of get with a, with a proposal that says, this is how you submit a project or something like that. So we can all read and that and so on. So if you have any, any tips, or other open source projects and made something similar, I think I'm on board at just getting something that works other than inventing a new process. But yeah, at least like when we discussed on Slack with Mateus and Dan, one of the requirements that I came up with can be like having like multiple maintainers, so at least 2, so we can kind of be sure that the project goes even if one is like changes mind or whatever. I think that's mainly my point. And we have the standard that Rain developed that maybe is another like requirements that we should check and whatever. If you have anything, just let me know so I can come with a document that summarizes them all. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if we have any other topics in there.
I briefly added the work that you did to the proposals. Mainly, we've added a README because there was nothing. there's a number of agreed proposals, things that we've discussed and approved, but it didn't really kind of make much sense in terms of if you stumbled upon the proposals, what they actually were. So we've added in a README. And there was some conversation around a table of contents, which would, I guess, provide URLs and, I guess, a title.
Yeah, there is a pull request that is maybe, I don't remember if it's open or closed, or merged. There is a pull request that I wrote. It's like a static site generator that generates like an HTTP page. I'm trying to figure out where the Tinkerbell DNS are to add proposals.tinkerbell.org. It's been a week that I'm trying to figure it out, but yeah, as soon as I'm there, we will have a proposals.tinkerbell.org. That it's just a table, an HTML table with some like colors in there that says, many made the colors. I didn't make them, so I can't do it. Yeah, ideally we can extend that as we want. Is a like very small Go scripts that use a template and generates the file. That's it.
Cool.
And yeah, we have a bunch of proposals open that we should check out all together. So this is the usual reminder.
I actually have something I want to bring up. Read the proposals, right? We had the services proposal that just was merged, and I was intending to work on it, but it's going to be backlogged a little bit. I've got to get some other things out, so they are taking high priority. And so I want to kind of figure out if there's some other status we should put it into, whether it's kind of like, temporarily on hold or something else, or do you want to just keep it as it is now? Just kind of like a process question, I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to just kind of leave it out in the air like that.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I think there is usually published is the last one before committed or aborted. So there is not really a like assigned state, maybe, or maybe there is. I will check and see. But worst case, I think we can create an issue and assign that to you, so we know that.
Yeah, I think that's what I was just thinking about. Then we can just create an issue and then link it to the pull request, and then it'll just be there.
Yeah.
Okay. I shall do that. Cool. And I actually have another pull request a proposal that I'll be probably opening up, which is kind of why the others are stalling. And I actually I think Mateus's feedback on that. It's for kind of having information about operating systems installed and stuff like that. So yeah, look out for that, please.
I was adding a point in the meantime that I was doing the meeting, so kind of crazy. Yeah, but Aman is working on a bunch of pull requests that move projects from GitHub, from drone to GitHub Action. This is not because we want to move away from it, but it's mainly because Tink already used that, and there is a good integration with like Docker buildx, and we can, ideally the plan is to move the Go projects to GitHub Action, move the binary build, the Go binary build from outside to Docker file, so we can leverage buildx to have multi-arc support almost for free, and pushing Docker images with multi-arc support in Quay. So that's the end goal. We are in the first step of like migrating to GitHub Action and Docker Action version 2. Aman has a pull request open for Hegel that does that. So as soon as we figure out that that's the right way, we will replicate that all over, and yeah, until we reach the phase 4, that is me running Tinkerbell in a Raspberry Pi, and that's it.
Excellent.
Anybody has anything more, or we can call it done and get back to work, rebranding, or whatever.
Yeah, Jan, one more thing. You have not created an issue for Tink to move it from Docker build action V1 to V2. So I'll create that and I'll work on it. After all those PRs, once I have all the PRs from drone to GitHub Action for all the repos, then I'll start working on that as well.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you can have a look, like all the people here, if you can have a look at the Hegel one, so we will know that it's rock solid, it works, and we will replicate them all over.
Oh, so let me put the link in the chat itself.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And yeah.
Yeah, so this is it.
Cool.
I'm gonna copy that in the notes, and we can call it done in 3, 2, 1. That's it, guys. Thank you for coming, and see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Cool. Thank you, everyone.